I forgive the lack of light, but this is the best time I can talk about this. This week's episode of One Piece. It's pretty nice. You know, I liked it. There was this one joke I really liked. You know, Bartolomeo going through the list of straw hats that he admires, and Sanji's image came up, and he actually still, you know, there's still that joke going on that he believes his face actually does look like the poster. So seeing that face on Sanji's body was kind of hilarious. But then we find out what happened to all the losers of the Colosseum, and they're just thrown into this big dungeon where all these destroyed toys and the other losers are, and they're just held there. And I'm just thinking, like, that can't be a good policy, just leaving them there. Just that's it, they're done. Like, nah, Doflamingo, you gotta think of a better way to keep these powerhouses, you know, under control. If you're really gonna go that far to, you know, capture them and just keep them underneath, you know, the Colosseum. But then most of this episode is just dedicated to Rebecca and her fight with Rolling Logan. And I gotta say, Rolling Logan is brutal. I mean, he's just like literally crunching, you know, their bones. It's like, ow, you can hear the like, ugh, damn, it's gotta hurt. You know, and then of course, you know, she's running away, and you know, finally he catches her. It's just about, you know, just good about to crunch her good. And then I forgot her name, Agilia-san. I'm calling her like the same way as Luffy called her, happy-faced old woman, because that's pretty much all we know about her. She comes in and saves Rebecca, you know, and you know, she chomps at his arm, and you can actually see the axe digging into his arm. It's like, ooh, ow. She comes in, protects Rebecca, and says, Rebecca, you know, you gotta gather your courage. You know, we gotta fight back. And I'm sitting there like, where did this come from? Who are you? Like, who are you to Rebecca? How do you know each other? Did we establish a relationship before? You know, and there was not a single moment of build-up between those two, so it just came out of nowhere. I mean, I'm glad she came in, you know, like, I mean, I guess women stick together? I don't know. But yeah, it just came out of nowhere. But Rebecca, you know, gets set free. You know, she tells him, hey, you know, you can't just keep running away and dodging. That fighting style will not work here today. These are some pretty big deals here. You got to get in there and attack. And for a while, it seems like she's gonna do that, but no, she keeps strong to her morals and her values and her fighting style, and finds a way to trick Logan into attacking, so she can throw his weight on himself, and he just, you know, fall off the arena. So I gotta give Rebecca props for that, you know, for sticking strong to her values, especially in a fight. And she almost got all the bones in her body crushed, but she still stood strong and say no. You know, I was taught never to actually hurt somebody. So, you know, that's alright. You know, that's pretty cool and pretty badass for someone who can actually still beat people, especially people who are not just twice her size, more powerful than her, without actually attacking them. I have to give them props. You know, they stuck to their guns. And then I like how this ends with those other fellow gladiators are telling Luffy that there's a darkness in Dressrosa. You know, the losers are the ones just thrown into the trash, and the winners are the ones who are treated, you know, pretty much like royalty, or like middle class, nice people. And Luffy has this flashback to his own home country and saying, yeah, you know, that's a lot like the country I grew up in. Like, yeah, that is true. You know, Doflamingo runs his country the same way any government officials would, you know, hide the trash and just show them the bright, happy side. So it really just sticks strong to Doflamingo, despite, you know, running away, you know, technically from being a world noble, and just distancing himself from the world government. He still has that in him. He still can't shake that environment he grew up in. You know, he can become a pirate all he wants and get all these nakama and care for them, you know, and to a certain extent be a nice person to his nakama, but he can't shake that background he grew up in. He's still brutal. He still thinks he's superior, not just because of his strength, but because it's his natural birthright. and you know, he's even treating his country the same way any world noble would. So really, he can kill his family. He can kill multiple people. He can do all this stuff, but he can't run away from the fact that he was a world noble. It really does make you think about Doflamingo more as a character, and I would really love to see more about that part of him. Interrupting, you know, is he really trying to run away from the fact that he was born a world noble and he wants to be a pirate, or was he just trying to gain his own riches, his own royalty, so to speak, without being born with it? You know, he's trying to work for his power, for his nobility. Either one is pretty interesting for me to actually delve into Doflamingo's psyche. It really does. It really is. But either way, this was a nice episode. You know, I liked it. It was good, and I can't wait to find out more about Dressrosa's darkness and Doflamingo. Essentially, Doflamingo's darkness. You know, his darkness is the one that's influencing Dressrosa to have a darkness in the first place. So really, I can't wait till we see more of that. You know, hopefully that's next episode or a couple episodes down the line. So until then, you know, I'm Tony Dragon. Bye bye.